Hey guys, what's going on? Zeramata here with a patch minute video for February 2016, and we're going to have a lot of really cool stuff to talk about. This patch will be hitting next week, PC version, US and EU servers, and we're just going to jump straight into the video. So first things first, new features. Added gun sway in first person when rotating. Pretty self-explanatory, kind of a visual effect added. Added a new training level, so kind of a new tutorial level for newer players to kind of get acclimated to the game. Added a prestige system once you hit max level, so there's a big benefit to really kind of go and level up. I'm assuming there's some tracking or some achievement system that's tied to that prestige system, but basically you hit max level and you go back to level 1. Really kind of encourages you to kind of keep playing the game after you've hit the max level. New items introduced into the game. The first two are basically called tags, or kind of more commonly known as trails. So basically your avatar will be having like this trail particle effect. Follow them around when you have these items equipped. And these are the My Bleeding Heart trail and the War of the Roses trail. So basically you have roses or hearts following you around. These are items that are basically kind of more themed for Valentine's Day, which is obviously coming up. The I Heart You grenade, which basically is a grenade that has a Valentine's Day candy as kind of a particle effect. And then we have the Cupid's Cutie Pie skin, which is basically a reskinned compound bow that kind of is more or less Cupid's bow. So there's a little preview video for all these new items. You can check it out in the description box down below. Thanks for Hardtoot Labs for putting this together. Next thing, added a new and improved after action report lobby. So basically, once you finish the game, you're going to have this new UI kind of greet you, kind of has a little bit more detail about what you've done, the experience, the GP you've earned, and kind of goes through and kind of talks about and details what missions you've done and which ones you have in progress, and a lot more information with that as well. So that's pretty cool. I think you guys are going to really like this. It's kind of a really good informative aspect of the game that's been missing. So I think this is going to really help out a lot of players, kind of see how they've fared in the match. So that's that. In terms of game changes, Vortex color grading has been improved. The BLP and the SMG balance have been adjusted. SMG and BLP, I'm assuming BLP has been buffed and the SMG has been nerfed, which has been really needed. So those are very welcome changes. CTF spawns have been adjusted in all maps. SMD bomb placements have been adjusted in several maps. The compound bow now supports weapon tags. That's pretty cool. Ammo counter scopes now show ammo remaining properly for single shot weapons. Level curve has been adjusted significantly. I'm assuming they've probably dialed down the experience required for each level to basically make it a lot easier for people to prestige. That's just my assumption. I don't know exactly if they've increased or decreased the level curve. I'm assuming they decreased it, but you never know. Rain and evac has been lessened, which is great because there's definitely some performance issues with the rain effect, I think, and it's a little bit bothering to some players. I usually keep it off, but that's definitely a welcome sign. Maybe encourages people to actually keep that effect on, which really kind of introduces a level of atmosphere to the map. Rejoining a server should preserve your stats, which is pretty cool. I mean, especially if you crash or if you leave for a second to change some gear, you still have your stats there, which is awesome. In terms of bug fixes, fixed many site alignment issues, which has been very, very highly requested, so props for HSL for addressing that. Fixed an issue with the King of the Hill beacon movement, so I'm assuming there's some issues with how they spawn the beacons for King of the Hill. Fixed headshot mutator conflict for private matches. Fixed bot and turret names in non-English languages. Doesn't really affect most of the community, at least for the US and EU. Fixed gear not showing camo killers in the armory. Scoreboard bugs and elevator exploits have been fixed. Issues with floating mines have definitely been fixed. That's been an issue I've seen a lot recently, where mines are either floating or you like see them in air, but they've already been activated and they're still kind of there and they haven't been cleaned up. Private matches sometimes have issues with host migration. That's been fixed. Taunt effects not showing up in the customization menu. That's been fixed. So a lot of various bug fixes. Some of the more important ones that I see kind of going down the list: sensitivity sliders not saving correctly. That's been pretty annoying for some people, especially me. Collision issues. There's been some fixes to the crash issues that have been happening after the match has been complete. That's been kind of diagnosed as an SSD issue, but some non-SSD players have also been experiencing that, so that's great to see that finally gone. Fix issues with expired trial items. I've had that issue before too, where basically you get an item for trial, it expires, and you can't actually buy it again. So that's been fixed. I think that's pretty much it for the most important bug fixes, and that's just a general overview of the patch. Definitely some very encouraging things there. There's I'll be the first one to say there's a lot more coming. Probably next week or the week after, there's some big news coming up, and I think you guys are going to be excited for that. I'll definitely post a video about that when that gets announced, and really stoked for the future of Blacklight. In terms of my own channel, I'm definitely still kind of taking a step back. I'm going to be posting videos now and then, but nothing too crazy, and hopefully you guys look forward to this patch, and hopefully you guys enjoy this patch and see it's a step in the right direction. Now with parity, these patches should be a lot more common and content should be a lot more prevalent, and especially with the announcement coming up a little bit later, you're going to definitely see the future is bright for Blacklight because of what HSL is going to be doing for the community. And I think that's pretty much it. If you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them down below. I'll see you guys probably next week or the week after with the video, and thanks for watching as always, guys. Much appreciated.